Brian Kelley makes the case for Bama on Feinbaum's show? Unexpected. Did you see it? Before the news, subscribe to the channel to receive more Bama news. LSU coach Brian Kelley brought up an important point when commenting on the race for the college football playoff. In an interview on Paul Feinbaum's show, Kelley made a critical observation about the selection process, highlighting the strength of the schedule as a fundamental criterion for defining the teams that truly deserve a spot in the national title race. And, in the case of Alabama, this factor could be decisive for the Crimson Tide to secure a spot in the playoff. Kelley, who has always been a strategic and analytical figure, pointed out that the strength of the schedule is not only a reflection of the competitiveness faced throughout the season, but also a crucial measure for evaluating the true quality of a team. In his view, a team's average win count may not tell the whole story. More wins doesn't mean you're a better team, the coach said, comparing it to basketball, where the use of RPI has been a way to correct that error by excluding teams with inflated win records against weaker opponents. That argument resonates directly with Alabama's situation. The strength of DeBoer and his team's schedule, which has faced some of the toughest opponents in college football, makes the Crimson Tide's campaign worthy of a closer and fairer analysis. While some other teams, which may not have faced such fierce competition, may have more impressive win numbers, Kelley believes that shouldn't be the only factor to consider. Instead, the quality of the opponents and the difficulty of the schedule should be prioritized, something that clearly favors Alabama, which has consistently faced some of the best teams in the country this season. Not only does Kelley's comment put Alabama in a strong position in the playoff race, but it also sheds light on a potential adjustment in future committee decisions, which he says could reflect a clearer understanding of how strength of schedule should impact these teams. The issue then becomes more than just a win-loss contest, but rather a detailed analysis of each team's journey, and Alabama's, as always, is not an easy one. Kelley's defense seems to further cement Alabama's position as a team worthy of being in the college football playoff race, regardless of any extra wins that might be considered elsewhere. For Crimson Tide fans, this is yet another reason to believe that, with due recognition of the strength of its schedule, Alabama should have what it takes to earn a coveted playoff berth. Let's get moving. The Alabama Crimson Tide are once again dominating the recruiting conversation, and this time, the spotlight is on one of the most sought-after prospects in the country, wide receiver Derek Meadows. Fresh off an impressive run of performances, Meadows is positioning himself as one of the top talents in the 2025 class, and Alabama, traditionally one of the strongest recruiting programs, is ramping up its offensive to secure his signature. The latest prediction comes from On3 recruiting analyst Steve Wiltfong, who recently listed Alabama with a 60% chance of landing Meadows in Tuscaloosa. The prediction has generated great anticipation among fans and the specialized press, with the Crimson Tide emerging as one of the main contenders to change the player's decision, who had committed to LSU in July 2024. Meadows, who attends Bishop Gorman High School in Nevada, is ranked as the 119th overall player in the country, according to the 247 Sports Composite, in addition to being the 17th best wide receiver in his class and the third best player in Nevada. His ability to stand out in a state with a considerable production of talent makes his decision a point of attention for several elite programs, with Alabama being one of the main candidates to turn this game around and bring the player. Alabama's move to land Meadows is no surprise. The program has a long history of success in recruiting top talent, and with Kalen DeBoer, the Crimson Tide continues to position itself as one of the biggest players in the college recruiting scene. The team's ability to attract elite players is a constant, and the possibility of a four-star prospect like Meadows wearing an Alabama jersey would be a huge boost for the team's future. Meadows, who already has a solid relationship with LSU, now faces the temptation of joining a program that has been synonymous with success on and off the field. For Alabama, securing a player with his profile would be a huge win, not only on the field but also in recruiting, showing that the Crimson Tide's presence can derail even the most firm decisions, like Meadows. As the early signing period approaches, Alabama fans are buzzing with anticipation. What looked like an uphill battle against LSU now looks like a real opportunity to land one of the most talented wide receiver prospects in their class. As trades and rumors gather pace, Alabama continues to establish itself as a formidable destination for up-and-coming players. Now it remains to be seen whether Meadows, with his vision and impressive skill, will be the next great in Alabama. Let's wait and see. Now the buzz is on Dunn, a four-star cornerback from Tupelo, Mississippi. Despite the youngster committing to Ole Miss in May 2024, the Tide have not hesitated to continue their pursuit, reflecting the team's relentless approach to pursuing the best players, no matter the challenges. Dunn is a high-level prospect. Ranked the number 11 prospect in the state of Mississippi and the number 27 cornerback in the 2025 class by the 247 Sports Composite, Dunn stands out for his exceptional ability on the field. His vision, speed and ability to read the defense are qualities that any college football program would want to add to its roster. For Alabama, which is always looking to improve its performance at every position, Dunn would be a valuable addition to its already solid defense. Dunn's recruitment is a clear example of what makes Alabama an unstoppable force in the college football landscape. It's not just about accumulating talented players, but about identifying athletes whose skills and mindset align with the team's goals and system. And Dunn, with his dynamic style of play, seems like the kind of player who would perfectly complement what Alabama is already building, especially in a secondary that promises to be one of the most formidable in the country. Kalen DeBoer's work deserves to be highlighted in this context. Since taking over, he has demonstrated a meticulous approach to recruiting, prioritizing not only players' skills but also their character and ability to integrate into the Alabama program. The possibility of Dunn joining the Crimson Tide would be another sign of a strong recruiting campaign by Coach DeBoer, who is consistently and strategically shaping the team's future. With players like Dunn, Alabama not only secures elite talent, but also builds a strong foundation for the years to come. The competition for his signature has significant symbolism, especially when it comes to the regional rivalry. Taking a talent away from a direct rival like Ole Miss is not only a recruiting win, but a clear statement that Alabama continues to be the number one destination for the best players in the southern United States. The ability to attract players to Tuscaloosa is a reflection of the respect and attraction that the Alabama program has for emerging talent. The decision to stay with Ole Miss or switch to Alabama could be crucial to the course of his college career and, who knows, his future in professional football. In Tuscaloosa, Dunn will find not only a rich history of championships and achievements, but also a world-class environment where players are challenged and molded to reach their full potential. For him, donning the crimson and white could represent the opportunity to be part of something bigger, to join a culture of excellence that is reflected not only in success, but in the relentless pursuit of perfection. With a solid foundation, a clear strategy and an ongoing commitment to excellence, Alabama continues to demonstrate that it is bringing great talent to the team, and that can make all the difference. This recruitment has been a hot topic, and what can we say about the Auburn commit, sparking Bama's interest? After another impressive victory in the Iron Bowl, the Alabama-Auburn rivalry has gained a new chapter, not only on the field, but also in the recruiting battles that follow. Alabama, always on the lookout for opportunities to bolster its roster, has been putting pressure on one of Auburn's most promising commits, Anquan Fagans. The recruitment movement of Fagans, who is one of the best prospects in the state and the country, shows how much the Iron Bowl result can directly impact players' choices, far beyond the rivalry on the field. Fagans, who attends the respected Thompson High School in Alabama, is considered one of the top talents in the 2025 class. Ranked as the 58th best overall player in the country and the 6th best safety by the 247 Sports Composite, he is quickly becoming one of the top recruiting stars. With an impressive skill set and keen vision for the game, he's a name that any college football program would love to secure. However, Fagans had already committed to Auburn in July 2024, which would put Alabama in a challenging position, but how will it play out? Despite Fagans' commitment to the Tigers, it's clear that Alabama is determined to make a serious push. It's no secret that the two schools compete fiercely for the best talent in the state, and this particular recruiting move has the potential to be a huge win for the Crimson Tide. Fagan's status as one of the top prospects in the 2025 class makes him a key piece in Alabama's recruiting puzzle, and his potential move to Tuscaloosa would have a major impact not only on recruiting, but also on the dynamics of college football in the region. Alabama, under head coach Kellyn Lsu, is constantly searching for talent that not only fits into the team's system, but also brings a winning mentality and unstoppable determination. Fagan's, with his physical and mental ability, fits perfectly with what the Crimson Tide is looking for, and his presence in the secondary could be a huge difference maker in the coming years. Alabama's pressure is a clear demonstration of how the team is always looking for the best, and Fagan seems like the type of player who could elevate the Tide's defense even further. While Fagan's commitment to Auburn is still a reality, Alabama's role in his recruitment reflects a larger reality. The competition between the two schools is intense, and the battle for dominance in the state of Alabama is not just on the football field, but also in the recruiting room. Alabama has shown, once again, that its leadership position in college football is sustained not only by its success on the field, but by its ability to attract the best talent, regardless of the circumstances. For Alabama, this recruiting movement symbolizes its constant pursuit of excellence and its desire to maintain its supremacy with great recruits, great games, and great wins. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.